Hi, Facebook friends. Happy Friday. Just an update on yesterday. Those four people that abducted and tortured that guy are going to bond court today at 1:30. They're charged with, I believe, four different crimes: aggravated kidnapping, I believe something aggravated deadly weapon attack or something, hate crimes, and a litany of other things perhaps. I don't know if the media here has reported every little detail, but I guess it's made it national. President Obama discussed it yesterday. So bad times. Now I'm going to contact Joe Cardinal this morning, attempt to, and I'm going to try to start videotaping, hopefully tomorrow, the street self-defense thing or whatever, or street errors that grapplers make. And I want to just give a caveat here that this is across the board for any grappling style. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, wrestling, catch wrestling, Sambo, you name it. Any kind of grappler thing, grappling style, even those who don't have a style but end up down there, these are your points that you have to look out for and things that you just absolutely have to watch. Now, I'm going to do a three angle approach, so to speak. I'm going to show you how you're vulnerable to weapons, how you're vulnerable to attacks non-weapon, and how to counter it. I should also probably put in another section on how to be offensive with weapons. But again, I'm not going to be able to film all of this tomorrow. And whatever I do film, I'm going to not release it all at once. We'll little by little here. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that everything pans out for tomorrow. When you encroach on the subject of street fighting, it's almost there's just so much to cover that it's really not possible to cover everything. Now, when I was reading some of the comments on the various YouTube videos that I was watching, the one thing that I noticed is there's a lot of different people thinking of like a very different way, and they almost want the one video clip to cover everything humanly possible, because people will point out, well, this could be done and that could be done and blah, blah, blah. That's pretty much common sense. And street fighting is the most intricate and the most involved style or whatever tactics that there are in the fighting world. Because of not having rules, anything can happen. Let's take the case of this guy that was abducted by four people. Let's just say somebody showed a way to defend against those four people. Okay, someone can come along and say, well, what if it was 5-on-1 or 6-on-1 or 7-on-1? We understand that. So nothing is going to be completely all-encompassing. It just can't happen. Street fights are just so open to so many different things. And again, I'm going to hark back to the music analogy here, or to a music analogy. There has never been a teacher that ever lived, there never will be a teacher that ever lived, at any level, from your local music store to someplace like Juilliard or Berkeley, that can teach you every song ever written, or give you the knowledge to write every song that will be written, okay? That's beyond the scope of human ability. What a teacher does is give you the foundation, give you the structure, give you the knowledge, and then the rest is left up to your creativity, okay? You have to rely on that. And that's the same thing here. You can't watch what I do or any other martial artist does and think, that's good enough. I watched this video, I've mastered the technique there, that's all I need. No, you have to start developing and tapping into your own creativity, all right? Now, there are, I hate to say the word rules because we're talking about a street fight not having rules, but in the sense of learning how your body works, learning how somebody else's body works, there are rules that you have to follow, okay? There's certain limits to what you can do, and you have to structure your training, and you have to structure your application within that realm. And even in the music world, when it comes time to improvise, which is what a street fight is all about, you have to improvise. There's limits to your improvisational abilities. Certain things work, certain things don't work. Okay, and that's you're going to find is going to be the same thing here. So when I start to put up these video clips, don't just watch them and mimic me. Okay, really analyze it. Okay, and say, I saw what Tony did there. Okay, I really get it. So let me think now, what if the guy was in a little different position? What if they were up against a wall? Or what if they were, blah, blah, blah? That's what I want you to do. I want you to start thinking on your own here and developing your creativity, all right? So when I make these videos and start posting them, once again, it's to show, in a street, I don't care, nobody should care what style the guy is doing. It's all about what's happening right now. Again, take any musician that you like, unless you're really into the guy or the gal and you study their history. You don't have any idea who they studied with. If they trained with anybody, they may have been self-taught, or unless you, like I say, unless you know their biography, you don't know who they studied with. And all the musicians in their band that are creating the music, you have no idea who they studied with. All you're listening to is the final product, which is the music that you hear. And that's, I guess, the point I try to make when it comes to fighting. Who gives a turkey who they studied with? It's really irrelevant. All you care about is, are they being effective against me, or am I being effective against them? So it may be a change of thought patterns here that I'm after, all right? And maybe, just maybe, I don't know if other people out there in the martial art world have jaundered down this path that I'm trying to go down, but I'm just trying to get people to start changing the way they think for their own benefit, because I'm seeing a bunch of automatons in some of these videos. Everybody's trying to do the same thing, with just slight variations. And sometimes you're just going to have to think completely out of the box. So that's what I'm hoping to do by doing this. So I'll post this video as well right now on YouTube, but I'm also going to do another YouTube video for today, and just give a little more scientific tips, I guess you would call it, and go from there. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye.